All right, we're back, and this is part 2 of this series of tutorials, whatever you want to call them, on Let's Write and Record a Song. In part 1, I introduced the song to you that I'm considering for this series, and it was called, and is still called for the time being, Wonderful You. Now, we need to have a look at that title. But I want to wait until we sort of finalize the lyrics in case, you know, I have a change of heart. I'll also, of course, research the internet and see how many songs are already called Wonderful You. For the time being, that's what we're going to go with. So I introduced the song. I talked a little bit about my previous songwriting challenges and the fact that I've done a lot of story songs, a lot of sort of complex songs in terms of the lyrics, and in terms of the chord structure to some extent, and I wanted to do something kind of simple and straightforward and romantic and maybe even easy to sing. So this is the one that I've come up with, and I know my wife really likes this song and wants me to do it, so I'm going to give it a shot. I wrote this song when I was either a teenager or in my very early 20s, so it's quite old. But it's just sat around, and I have never done anything with it. And I played it for my wife the other day, and she really liked it, and she encouraged me to record this. So I think this is the project for this series. Now we're going to have a look in this video at the lyrics, and I'm not sure how far I'll get, but we'll do what we can. All right, this is probably the most important part to me. In my mind, I am not a novelist. I'm not a great writer. I'm not overly educated in those respects, but I put a lot of work into writing the lyrics. Now, having said that, that's for those story songs that I do, and the serious sort of deep songs. I think every song deserves good lyrics. There are a lot of musicians out there and bands and famous ones where the lyrics are very, you know, kind of simple, and it just makes a beautiful, catchy song. Not everything has to be Stairway to Heaven. And so lyrics are still important, though, to me anyhow, and I want to focus on that here. So we're going to come over to the song that you see here on the screen. I've just got this open in Notepad, and I've set it up. I usually do this. I'll write my tentative title up here, all right, and then I break it down into, you know, verse. So I've got a verse there, I've got a verse there, and then I've got my chorus, and then I've got another verse, and here I've got another chorus, and there potentially could be more down there as well. All right, so I want to go through with you and read the lyrics, and here's my philosophy, all right? And I don't know that it's going to apply to this song. We're going to find out. But my philosophy is this: the lyrics need to read like a story, all right? They have to be strong on their own, even without any music. This is my philosophy, okay? I understand that there are lots of commercial songs out there that, you know, you can't take the lyrics away from the song. It might be very simple lyrics, and, you know, it's just a beautiful, fun song, all right? You know, it depends how intense you want to get about this, and how you know, how serious you need to be. But I like to do this. I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy writing song lyrics, and I probably put more work into writing the lyrics than into anything. Because once the song, in my mind, is coherent and it flows, it inspires me to do a better job singing it. I enjoy singing it. I can feel the mood and the story. This is a simple song, and I'm not sure that that philosophy is going to apply equally to this song as it did to my last song that I did, the Superhero Daughter Songwriting Challenge for October 2016. But I still think it is worthwhile to look at this because I have some concerns. And let me see if you have the same concerns, all right? So, we start off, obviously there will be a little bit of an intro right here, guitar picking, all right? And then it comes into verse 1. And the lyrics are, "You wouldn't believe how long I sit here." All right, so I'm trying to lay this out in a nice format so that it looks like song lyrics or like a poem or something. So, "You wouldn't believe how long I sit here, just waiting for your call." All right, so there's the first sentence that starts the whole song. So what are we trying to say here? All right, some guy is incredulous, saying like, you wouldn't believe how long I sit here waiting for your call, like, so he's needy, he's waiting, or she, I suppose, waiting for somebody to call them. All right, so right off the bat, it's some kind of a love song. All right, so "You wouldn't believe how long I sit here just waiting for your call. You're the sunshine in the summer, you're the colored leaves in the fall." Okay, so you'll notice that I've got my rhyme scheme: call and fall. Okay, and that's the only part that rhymes, and it's a decent rhyme. I get a feeling of longing from that first part, yearning, romance, and then to throw in the colors. I can feel the warmth of the sunshine in the summer. That's what this person does for them. You're the sunshine in the summer. Not only is that warm and comforting, there's sort of a color, a yellowish color, the color of the sun. And you're the colored leaves in the fall. All right, so this is colorful, and I'm starting to envision this. So we're doing a comparison here. You're like a candle, you're like the ocean, you're like this, you're like that. Okay. So these lines rhyme, and everything's cool with that. Then the lyrics go, "Take my hand, be my friend. We can turn the world around." Now, let's actually just look at the rhyme scheme, and I'll tell you what my concerns are. "Take my hand, be my friend. We can turn the world around." So obviously this doesn't rhyme with that. Okay? It doesn't rhyme with that. Instead, it goes on, "I'll be yours until the end. You're my queen, let me be your crown." Now these two obviously rhyme, and so do these two. So, we're being consistent, at least in that. There's another rhyme as well, all right, and that's "be my friend." So the word friend rhymes with end. Now we want to see if I'm consistently doing that in my other verse. I may not be doing that, and that could be an issue. It would be an issue for me. I think it would be, but we'll see. We'll see what I've done. Maybe we can get away with not doing it. So, "You wouldn't believe how long I sit here." So here's what I do. All right, let's put the pen down for a minute. Here's what I do. I write it, and then I think. And I think of it like a conversation. I'm talking to you right now, and I say, "You wouldn't believe how long I sit here, just waiting for your call. You're the sunshine in the summer, and you're the colored leaves in the fall." Now, does that make sense? It has to make sense, all right? And it has to flow. The rhythm, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. "You wouldn't believe how long I sit here, just da-da-da-da-da." Okay? Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. "You wouldn't believe how long I sit here, just waiting for your call." Now, my wife can play drums. I can't. I can play some guitar, and I can sing, and I can go da-da-da-da-da. I cannot play drums for the life of me, and it drives me crazy. I wish I could. But I can do drums for this. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. That's how it is. That's the best I'm going to do on drums. So, I've got that. I want the rest of it to do something similar, all right? So you wouldn't believe how long I sit here just waiting for your call. So far, so good. You're the sunshine in the summer. You're the colored leaves in the fall. Let's do that. How long to sit here just waiting for your call. You're the sunshine in the summer. You're the colored leaves in the fall. Okay, so it's the same thing. Now, it changes after that, where it goes into take my hand. It's not da-da-da-da-da. It goes da-da-da, da-da-da. So take my hand, be my friend. We can turn the world around. I'll be yours till the end. So take my hand, be my friend. Now, again, this is a draft of the lyrics. It could be take my hand and be, you could throw in the word and in there, I'm not sure. Take my hand, be my friend. I'll be yours until the end. Okay, so the rhythm is very important to me, all right? Because I got to sing this thing and I got to time my breathing. Take my hand, be my friend. We can turn the world around. And that's similar to just waiting for your call. We can turn the world around. I'll be yours until the end. You're my queen, let me be your crown. Now that part can be a little bit different. We can turn the world around. You're my queen, let me be your crown. So it changes there, all right? But I'm coming out of the verse. Here's my concern with the lyrics here, all right? And, you know, I don't know how deep we want to get into this. Grab the pen again. This part here. This is a love song, all right? There's some desperation here. There's some, you know, comparisons with the sunshine and the leaves. Well, we obviously have some imagery going on. You're my queen, let me be your crown. I'll talk about that in a moment. But be my friend. I don't know in my heart and soul that that fits there. Is that all this person is asking for? Is for this person to be my friend? I mean, I think this is a love song. They want that person to be their wife, their husband, their lover. Take my hand, be my friend. But you know, when I think about it in kind of the hippie kind of way, you know, like you got to have friendship in a relationship as well, you know, and I picture somehow running through the meadow with the flowers and stuff like that, and long hair and hippie love, and you know, like we're friends, take my hand, be my friend, we can change the world. So I will admit that I am not sold on take my hand. I'm all right with that. Be my friend. I'm not sold on that. But we're going to let it go and let it slide for now and see. But I don't like letting things slide in my songwriting, but whatever. Take my hand, be my friend. We can turn the world around. All right, so the world has some issues. We can change the world. We can make this world what we want it to be. All right, we can turn the world around. Obviously, you can't turn the world around. You know, that's got to do with the rotation of the planet. But, you know, she's obviously not the sunshine in the summer. That's the sun. That's the star there. So we're taking some liberties here. So, take my hand, be my friend. We can turn the world around. Okay, so together we can do this. I'll be yours until the end. Okay, so we got that rhyme scheme. That's cool. I'll be yours until the end. You're my queen. Let me be your crown. So what does that mean? Well, you're my queen. Obviously, this person, unless it's Queen Elizabeth, Queen Victoria, or whoever the queen is at that particular time, Freddie Mercury, you know, you're taking liberties. This is songwriting. People are imagining, and this is a lovey-dovey type thing. You're my queen. That's fine, okay? Let me be your crown. So the thing that I want to do in my songwriting is I don't want to just say stuff. I don't want to just say stuff because it sounds nice. I want it to mean something. It's important for me to do that if I'm going to sing it and be honest. You're my queen. I'm just thinking out loud here. You're my queen. Let me be your crown. Doesn't mean I want to be above you, you know, whatever. The crowning glory. You're the queen. Let me be your, you know, your jewelry, your accompaniment. Take my hand and be my friend. You're my queen. I have some concerns, but most people aren't going to care, right? This is just for me. This is because I got to record this, and then I got to listen to it and over the years again and again and try to feel proud of my accomplishments. Most people, you guys potentially, are going to go, I don't care. Say what the hell you want. You know, but if you were writing this song and your reputation, let's say, was on the line, you want to write something meaningful, something you can be proud of, something that people can't, you know, poke holes in and say, that doesn't work, that doesn't make sense, and get a weird feeling. I want to lead people down that, you know, through that meadow and have things coherent, unless you purposely want to put a purple elephant in there because it's some psychedelic thing. By all means, if that's what you're going for. But this is a straightforward love song, you know, like please come to Boston, you know, it's like that. So, you know, I want imagery. I do want imagery, but I want it to make sense and to be coherent, so there's no gap, you know, like, you know, it's seamless, not like the Matrix. Like, are you in the Matrix? Are you out of the Matrix? I don't know. Is this real or not real? So, take my hand, be my friend. We can turn the world around. I'll be yours until the end. You're my queen, let me be your crown. I probably could accept this and let this pass. But I will tell you, as I've been stressing, what I do is I will walk away from my computer and I'll walk around the house, or I'll go for a walk in the neighborhood, or I'll go to the park, and I'll have the lyrics either in my head or a piece of paper in my cell phone, and I will say, not sing, you wouldn't believe how long I sit here just waiting for your call. You're the sunshine in the summer, you're the colored leaves in the fall. Take my hand, be my friend. We can turn the world around. I'll be yours until the end. You're my queen, let me be your crown. So I will do that. It has to work in my speaking voice in order for it to work in my song. All right, and that's just the way I work. Okay. Now, there's verse 1. Let's assume that verse 1 is relatively okay. Let's go on to verse 2. Now you're going to notice that it's half the length. Here we got like 4 lines there, so we got a total of 8 there. This one's only 4. All right, so I double it up here, and then I do a single, you know, 4 lines here, and then I go into the chorus. All right. I can be rich or I can be poor. It don't matter when you're near. I can be rich or I can be poor. So I got this queen thing here. Does that have an issue? Rich, poor. This is some guy, I'm going to say guy because it's me who wrote it, all right? This is some guy that's living in a trailer or a mansion. Doesn't matter. You know, this sort of seems to refer to money in a way. And so does this. But you know what, if you're poor, you often say, you know, you're my queen. I'm rich with you. If you're rich, well, you hang around with queens, I suppose. So I can be rich or I can be poor. Either one. It really doesn't matter when you're near. You know, does it matter that it's just when you're near? You know, does it have to be near? But if you're not near, I better not be poor. All right, I hope I'm rich if you're not near. But look, I might be reading a little bit too much into this. All right, I can be rich or I can be poor. It don't matter when you're near. Because, why? There's nothing I want. There's nothing I need. All right, it doesn't matter if I'm rich. There's still nothing I want or need. And if I'm poor, there's still nothing I want. There's nothing I need. Because I'm happy when you're here. So near and here rhyme. So I got my rhyme scheme. Now this one is a little bit different than, let's see about the, friend and end. Well, the last words have to rhyme like that. So it's essentially the same as this. Take my hand, be my friend. We can turn the world around, you know. So friend and end and around and crown. Yeah, you see, so this doesn't follow that exact same scheme of rhyming. If this is A and this is B, this is C and this is B. Whereas if this is A and this is B, this is also A and this is B. But as long as I'm consistent in that down here for my next verse, I'm okay. So I can be rich or I can be poor. It don't matter when you're near. Now this is different than I can be rich or I can be poor. Okay? I can be rich or I can be poor. It don't matter when you're near. There's nothing I want and nothing I need, so it's it don't matter when you're near. Baby, I'm happy when you're here. So it works, okay? Are they the best lyrics in the world? I can be rich or I can be poor. It don't matter when you're near. It sounds like a typical, you know, bit of a hard luck, you know, love song, doesn't it? There's nothing I want and nothing I need. Baby, I'm happy when you're here. You know, it sounds just like longing and a typical love song, and it's not overly deep. It's not Stairway to Heaven. It sounds okay to me, all right? So, all right. Verse 1 and verse 2 are okay. I want to jump down to verse 3 before we have a look at the chorus, okay? So you'll notice that I started with, you wouldn't believe how long I sit here. And then I come back to here. You wouldn't believe how many love songs. Now, the rhythm for this part, I want to be the same as verse 1. I'm not going to say, you wouldn't believe how long I sit here. You wouldn't believe how much I hate going to buy groceries. You know, they're not going to work in the song. So, you wouldn't believe how long I sit here. You wouldn't believe how many love songs. You wouldn't believe how many love songs. And I do that. I seriously do that. I may not wave my hands in the air. You know, I got my hands in my pockets. I'm going. You wouldn't believe how many love songs start playing in my head. Just waiting for your call. Start playing in my head. It would be dumb in my mind to go, you wouldn't believe how many love songs start playing at the bar on Friday night. Start playing at the bar on Friday night. Like, what is with that? You know, I want it to be coherent, and so I can sing and play it properly. And so, you know, what I've tried to do here is repeat the you wouldn't believe part. You wouldn't believe how long I sit here. You wouldn't believe how many love songs. And this is a love song, all right? So it's about love songs. Start playing in my head. Okay, so you wouldn't believe how many love songs start playing in my head. What about them? When? Okay. When I wake up in the morning, and then they go all through the day, until night when I go to bed. Now, this is not deep. This is not the meaning of life type stuff. It's just you wouldn't believe how many love songs start playing in my head when I wake up in the morning when I wake up in the morning until night when I go to bed. You just wouldn't believe that, how many love songs are going all day long. So, head and bed rhyme. The rhythm works. What does it say? What do you feel? It sounds like a country song. You wouldn't believe how many love songs playing in my head. When I wake up in the morning until night when I go to bed, there's constantly love songs for you playing in my head. That's 4 lines. 4 lines that I've used. I don't know how many words I could count them. 20 words to say what? To say there's love songs playing in my head all the time. So I've used 20 words. And that's another thing. I try not to waste words. Now, again, this song may not be a good example of this. I don't want to waste words if I don't have to. I want, if I can, my goal is that every word, every single word advances the story. That's my philosophy. I don't know that I can always live up to that, but it's a good guideline for me, so that I ask myself as I walk around and I go, you know, you wouldn't believe how many love songs start playing in my head. Does, you know, is every word helping? You know, am I wasting words? Am I saying nothing, you know, just so I can get a line in there? So it's okay. I think it's okay so far. You wouldn't believe how many love songs start playing in my head when I wake up in the morning until night when I go to bed. So the other thing you got to watch for is ask yourself how you're going to say these words as you sing them. All right? I can't give you an example right now. Nothing comes to mind, but it will at some point. You're going to have to open your mouth and say these words into the microphone. So you want them to be able to flow properly and not be too difficult to pronounce or to say one word and lead into the next. I sometimes just build that into my songs as they write them. I've been writing for a long time, and I have a sense of what my singing is like. And I know when I'm going to trip up on something. But sometimes I'll write it and I won't, and then I'll realize I've got to change this. So we'll see if that, well, let's go through this and see if there's a problem. Okay, and see how my mouth phrases these, okay? You wouldn't believe. Now, it's a little hard to say the T and then the B. You wouldn't believe. Okay? You're not going to be able to say that unless you slow it down. You wouldn't believe. You know, you could try, and that's what you have to do when you record this and sing. I mean, if you care, you can go, oh, you can say that, you know, sound like you're drunk if you want to, but if you could try to hit that T. But chances are it's going to be, you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't, like you're a wooden toy or a wooden bridge, I don't know. You know, you wouldn't believe. You see, you wouldn't believe. So it's not a big problem, but you got to keep that in mind. You wouldn't believe how many love songs start, and again, it's the same thing with this. The T and the P start playing. That's not too bad. Start. You're probably going to go start playing. Start. You're almost not going to. You're going start, start playing. Okay? And again, another thing you have to be careful about is plosives, right? Now, I don't tend to record with a windscreen, pop shield, whatever. I probably should. But you know, you have to be careful about that. So you're not going to go start playing. It's probably making my camera screw up here too. Okay, so you wouldn't believe how many love songs start playing in my head. I can say that. I can sing that. All right, let's see about the next part. When I wake up. When I wake up. Now, eyes. Eyes have a problem with everybody. When I wake up. When I wake up. Now, if you start going, when I wake up in the morning, like you're going to sound like a computer. So it's going to be, when I wake up. I don't know how I just did that. When I wake up. You know, but I would put a little bit of emphasis when I record it to try to remember not to go, when I wake up. You know, because I've done that before and it sounds terrible. When I wake up in the morning, Now, here's another place where I will get, I guarantee it. I'll put money on it. 2 cents. I'm going to have a problem with K's. Cut. And I'm not using a windscreen. I don't want it. I don't want it in front of my face, in front of the camera. So I am going to guarantee, that when I say wake up, I'm going to have some pops or crackles. All right? That's why I'm going to have to do my audio editing. All right? I'm going to go in. When I wake up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning. You know what? I might not. Still going to put money on it though. Okay, we'll see. When I wake up in the morning. So I can say that. It flows nicely off my tongue, whatever. Now, I don't know about until. When I wake up in the morning. Until night. I might want to say till. I might even still want to say tonight, till night. Even till night. until night. It depends how I do it, you know. And this is what I would do as I'm writing the song. When I wake up in the morning, until night, till night. I'm not sure. This is bugging me. This part is bugging me because I'm gonna have to sing this, and I don't want to lose my confidence on camera because I always sing live the whole song. And I don't want to be looking like, oh my God, until's coming up. What am I going to do with until? Until night. Until. See, what, 2 syllables. Okay, here's what I want to point out. Check this out. Start, 1 syllable. You wouldn't believe how many love songs. Start, 1 hit. Until is 2. Now, it doesn't mean it can't go da 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 da. Start playing in my head. Till night. Da 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 da. You know, Phil Collins could do it. Until night, when I go to bed. Well, notice I said ta. When I go to bed. Go to bed. Ta. When I go to bed. When I go to bed. But I'm not going to do that until night when I go to bed. I'm just going to say until night when I go to bed. You know, everyone knows it. It's a bit slangish, right? But that's probably what's going to happen. So, we got a couple of issues. Nothing major. And I know that I found. Now, I like that. All right? I'm doing that purposefully. Suffix purposefully. And I know that I found what my heart was looking for. Take my hand, be my friend. Take my hand, be my friend. Nothing I want, nothing I need. That's a bit different. That's 2 syllables. Nothing I want, nothing, nothing. And I know that I found what my heart was looking for. All right. Okay, so this guy's, all these love songs are going up all day long, and I know that I found what my heart was looking for in you. You're the love in my life. I'm not searching anymore. I wondered if I should be saying, I'm not looking anymore. You know, it's repeating this word, and I know that I found what my heart was looking for. You're the love in my life, and I'm not looking anymore. I'm not searching. It's a little hard to say searching. That's going to cause, it might cause a little bit of sibilance with the S, and that. We'll have to see. Sibilance is when those S's get really predominant. And I know that I found what my heart was looking for. You're the love in my life. I got to get that going. You're the love in my life, and I'm not searching anymore. Okay, so obviously 4 rhymes and any more rhymes. Okay, what's my, I'll be yours till the end. What I found, my heart was looking for. Your friend, we turn the world around. You're the love in my... Okay, so notice this. Friend and end. Take my hand, be my friend, and I know that I found. So found is analogous to friend up there. I'll be yours until the end. And I know that I found what I was looking for. World around. You're the love in my life. I'll be yours till the end. Is that a problem? Do you know what I'm talking about? These 2 rhyme. These 2 do not rhyme. But they sound pretty nice, don't they? And I know that I found what my heart was looking for. You're the love in my life. And I thought of something else. I don't like to repeat rhymes, and I don't like to repeat words other than and, if, but. All right? Here's the thing. I have made a pretty serious rhyme around crown, which don't quite rhyme, I admit that, but I could probably get away with it, especially because this word is the very last word of the whole stanza. I don't know. I don't know if it's a problem. Found, around, crown. I think this word is buried in here, and it's not the basis of a rhyme. That it's probably. And I know that I found. One thing that I am happy about is that I didn't say, and I need you around. Again, I'm using the word round or crown. All right, I'm using a different word, not the same, and so I believe that it passes. And I know that I found what my heart was looking for. You're the love in my life. I'm not searching anymore. I think what I would probably do is I would have this in mind, and I would continue writing the song if there's more that's necessary, and I would get ready to record it, and I'd play it a couple of times, and I'd say, how does it feel? You're the love in my life. I'm not searching anymore. You're the love in my life, and I'm not looking anymore. Do I want to say looking twice? Maybe that sounds cheap. Why do I don't know any other words other than looking. So, you know, that one I will consider. I don't have any major problems with this. You, my friend? Don't have any major problems with this. I like it, and I know that I found what my heart was looking for. I don't have any major problems with this, a couple of minor problems here and there. So, we got our verses. Let's go on to the chorus. Okay. There are some issues here that might be passable. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. Wonderful you, now you've opened my eyes. So that's the melody. Da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. All right, a little bit repetitive like that. It flows, okay. And notice the rhyme. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. Wonderful you. I mean, that helps make it kind of coherent and flow a bit better. Of course, inside and eyes don't rhyme. They're close. You'll notice that say and way do rhyme. So have I broken with the pact here a little bit? Does it matter? It matters to me. But this might be the song that I let a little bit more slip through. All right, as long as we make a note of it so that my video sessions here in this series mean something to you, and you know what my philosophy is. If only you knew. Okay, so it's back to the storytelling. This is what I always do. And I say, okay, as if I'm telling somebody this. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. Wonderful you. Now you've opened my eyes. Now, later on, I'll tell you a substitute chorus that I have. All right, if I remember to do that. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. Well, that goes with the love song of it all. Sounds good. Love songs are playing in my head. You wouldn't believe how long I sit here. You're these colors. Let me be your crown. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. Wonderful you. I like that. Wonderful. I don't want to say, if only you knew what I'm feeling inside. Oh, you. Or, you don't know how much I love you. Like, that'd be stupid. If only you knew. Da-da-da-da-da. Wonderful you. If only you knew. Wonderful you. Okay? That's how it goes. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. Wonderful you. Now you've opened my eyes. The rhyme. I wish I could hold you. There's so much to say. Now, this so much to say connects with if only you knew. There's so much to say. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. There's so much to say. I wish I could hold you. So she's not there, or he's not there, I guess. Or maybe that person doesn't know, but if you're waiting for the call, they probably do know you care about them. All right, well, I wish I could hold you. Okay, fine, they're separated for some reason. There's so much to say. And then it comes down to this. Now, in my mind, this line is a very important line. The last line of the chorus. All right? In fact, the song could almost be called Love is the Answer. Do you know the Todd Rundgren song? Love is the answer. Name your price. I'll take you to paradise. I can't stay here anymore. Anyways, love, you know, okay. This is an important line for the song. It's an important spot at the end of the chorus. It's going to lead you into some instrumental in another verse. And in a way, I feel it's very weak. I've never liked this line. Love is the answer. Why do we care? You know, like, what, was there a question that needed to be answered in here somewhere? Love is the answer. Of course it is. Okay? I'm longing. I need you. I don't care if I'm rich or poor. You know, as long as you're here, love is the answer. You know, look, I wrote these lyrics when I was a teenager or very, very early 20s. You know, that's how the teenage mind works, or the young adult mind, or inexperienced songwriter. Love is the answer. Of course it sounds nice. And of course there's a million songs. And if Todd Rundgren can say that and make $1 million off that, you know, maybe it's fine. You are the way. What does that mean? What does that mean? The problem is, this line is, in my mind, in my heart, so ingrained in this song. All right? It was there from the beginning. I don't know how to cut it out. I can't imagine substituting something else in there. All right? I mean, I may have an example of something else, you know, very, very similar. I wish I could hold you. There's so much to say. Love is the answer. And you are the way. You are the way. What does that even mean? Frampton said, show me the way. You are the way. You are the way to what? I mean, it's not like it's the long and winding road and I'm lost. If it said I'm lost, you are the way would make sense in a strange, symbolic kind of sense. So I will admit to you that I am struggling very much with this line. But I know it sounds pretty. And I know that's why my wife likes it, doesn't want me to change it. I know I could say it. And I know nobody's really going to put me down for saying it, because they're going to go, I've heard that before. Yeah, that's a typical thing to say. But really, when you think about it, right, if you're really trying to paint a picture that is seamless, and you then say love is the answer, like love is the answer for everything. Okay, I suppose no one's going to argue. You go, love is the answer. Love is always going to be the answer to everything. Okay, everybody knows love is the answer. And you are the way. You're going to go, oh, sounds like a nice song. David Gates, Bread. What a beautiful song. I hope they're going to say that. Or they're going to go, ah, man, you had me, you lost me at that part. I just don't know what you're talking about anymore. Something to think about, right? Something to think about. We taking it too seriously? Yeah. Really though? On the other hand, maybe we need to. Maybe it's worth doing this. Okay? Even if we let that line slide, it is worth doing, because we're going to get a better song out of this than if I just, you know, cobbled together a bunch of words and that was it. Now, let me see if I can come up here. Move that out of the way. I had an idea for another chorus, and I believe it was something like, and I'm just thinking out loud here, so I'm not saying this is any good. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. I could just copy and paste. Wonderful you. Okay. Let me write this out. Okay, save that. Have a look at that. Let's say we do the song, we sing the chorus, and then we come back to sing the chorus one more time and then end the song. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. Wonderful you, you're the reason I've tried. So I'm repeating a lot of these words. Right? Let's get back to this. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. So the repetition with that one. Okay, so common theme. Wonderful you, so back to that. You're the reason I've tried. Now notice that inside and tried do rhyme. They rhyme perfectly as opposed to eyes. Okay? Wonderful you, you're the reason I've tried. The reason I've tried what? To write you a love song, but words couldn't say. There's so much to say. Words couldn't say. Love is the answer and you are the way. Okay, so let's talk about this and some of the problems. I don't like this. I don't like the fact that in verse 3 I talk about love songs. I don't mind the fact that I'm hearing love songs and I'm trying to write love songs. I'm repeating love songs. All right, this time I'm trying to write it. In fact, when I wrote these lines, I remember thinking, the love songs that are playing in my head, as a musician, as a songwriter myself, I'm not necessarily thinking of Garth Brooks love songs. I'm thinking of my own love songs. You wouldn't believe how many love songs are playing in my head. These are songs that I'm writing for this person. You know, these are my own songs. They're not necessarily just, you know, I'm listening on the radio and you wouldn't believe how many love songs are on the radio. Make me think of you. All right. So there is a connection between these two things. The fact that I'm trying to write a love song. But I still have an issue with this. All right. Am I wasting words? Am I just repeating myself? Obviously, I am repeating things. You've got to repeat stuff. But am I doing it unnecessarily? Or am I advancing the story? You wouldn't believe how many love songs are playing in my head, and I'm trying to write you a love song. Maybe it works perfectly. All right? So, you're the reason I've tried to write you a love song. I also had this before as, instead of, you're the reason I've tried to write you a love song. Obviously, it's not like, you're the reason I've tried to write Bob a love song. You're the reason I've tried to write you a love song. It's so obvious that at one point I had it, you're the reason I've tried to write a new love song. Because I don't know if I want to say you. You're the reason that I've tried to write you a song. You're the reason I do all this stuff for you. You say, you're the reason I go to work. You're the reason I do this. You don't say, you're the reason I do all this stuff for you. But it's not wrong to say that. I'm just not sure it's the best way. I'm not sure. All right? If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. Wonderful you. You're the reason I've tried to write you a love song. See, it's bothering me. It's bothering me. If only you knew what I'm feeling inside. Wonderful you. You're the reason I've tried to write you a love song, but words couldn't say. So I'm trying to write a love song, but words couldn't say. That love is the answer, and you are the way. The song can't do justice to you. Love is the answer, and you are the way. What do you think? What do you think about singing it the first time, even with the eyes and inside, singing the same thing the second time, and then turning around and for the final chorus, changing it slightly to this? All right? Now, to be honest with you, after this video is done, I will be thinking about these words. And if they need to be changed, I'll make some changes and I'll show you. But that's where we're at with the lyrics of this song. Okay, so I hope that's thrown a little bit of light into how I go about doing things, songwriting. I think in the next video we'll start tinkering on the guitar a bit more. I'm sorry if I'm not playing for you right now, okay? But we'll tinker with the guitar and we're going to practice this. We're going to sing it through. Okay, we'll sing it through a bunch of times and see if we get stuck on words, if they flow, or if as we sing it and that, you know, we feel the vibrations and feel the mood, if we start going, this doesn't make sense. There's a crack in the cosmic egg. You know, the yolk is leaking out. This doesn't make sense. We're going to try to fix it before we get into actually recording it, because by the time we record it over there, I want to be really committed and really dedicated to this song and feel confident about it. Okay? So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.